Are report cards due for you soon? In our district, report cards are due right after winter break, so I know that there are some teachers who are beginning to stress out just thinking about it. But let's be honest, the grades sort of take care of themselves. The hardest part of writing report cards is writing all of the comments for all of your students. They should provide valuable information to your parents, but they just take so long to complete. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to craft a good, strong report card comment that is individualized for each one of your students and that parents will actually appreciate receiving. And the best part is that once we have it done, you can reuse this comment year after year. Hi, my name is Blanca from TeacherTechFiles.com, and I'm a learning strategist from Las Vegas. And on this channel, I help simplify technology for teachers and show them how they can use the tech to work for them. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. This is video 1 of a 3-part series where we're going to talk about all things report card. In video 1, which is the one you're watching now, I'm going to walk you through on how to create a template for your report cards that you can use to create personalized comments for your entire class. In part 2, I'm going to show you how to take that template into Excel and have it automatically create all of your class's report cards in under 20 minutes. And then in part 3, I'm going to show you and walk you through some tips on how to talk to parents about all those questions that are sure to pop up once they receive the report card. There are many challenging things that come with being a teacher, but writing report card comments has to be one of the toughest. The comments in the report cards are one of the best chances we have to reach out to families and really provide them valuable feedback on their child's performance. But coming up with a really good comment and then doing that 20 or 30 times over for each one of your students can be really overwhelming for new teachers and seasoned teachers alike. I know it always was one of the toughest parts for me. So that's why today I'm going to give you an exact formula for writing these personalized comments that you can reuse year after year. It's all about not reinventing the wheel. We're pretty lucky at our school because our administrators provide us with a template that we can use, and then all we have to do is plug in the pronouns and the tidbits for each student. But even that can take a long time because you have to do it one by one. Having a template is the key to making report card season less stressful. So in my next video, I'm going to show you how you can use the template that we create today to very quickly personalize your entire class's report card comments and have them done in under 20 minutes. But before I give you the exact formula that our school uses, I do want to mention a few very important things. Number 1 is to make sure you always write based on facts, not opinions. The best way to do this is to make sure that your comments are based on real observations of the student and not just opinions that you have of them. Number 2, do not blindside the parent. Nothing that is written in the report card should be news to them. If you have big concerns, please make sure that you've been speaking to them prior to the report cards coming out. If you've been communicating with them properly, then nothing in the report card should come as a shock. If you always write with observations and not opinion, then you will never have trouble speaking to a parent about the comments that you've written because all of your comments can be backed up with documentations and observations. Besides, chances are that that parent has noticed the same things you have, but they've noticed it at home. So the conversation will be a lot easier. Number 3, make sure that your comments match the grades. Nothing will confuse a parent more if you are singing the praises of how much they're participating in their amazing classwork, but then they look over and see really low grades. Number 4, this is a big one and it should go without saying, but I'm going to mention it anyway. We never ever diagnose a student. We're professional educators, but we're not doctors. So this kind of goes back to point number 1 about writing with facts and not opinions. Plus, you can get into legal trouble for doing that. And last is number 5. We're going to work on a Word document to create our template. I know that you can use Google Docs, but that requires different steps that I'm not going to go over on this video. So for this video, make sure you're working on a Word document. And then on my next video, I'm going to show you how to take that Word document into Excel to have it automatically personalize it for all of your students. So we're going to work on creating this template together, but our template is going to consist of these 7 parts. And I'm going to look at my notes for this one. Number 1, we're going to start off with a positive comment. Number 2, we're going to list the student's academic strengths. Number 3, we're going to set the grade level expectations. Number 4, we're going to state the student's current performance. Number 5, we're going to write a quick note about their classroom behavior. Number 6, we're going to mention the student's attendance. Number 7 is our plan for how we're going to help the student going forward. And again, once we set up this template, Excel is going to automatically put in all this information for all of our class. So we'll have all of their comments personalized and done in under 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before we get started with the template, there are a couple things I want you to make sure that you're aware of. Number 1, we're going to be creating a template, which means that there's not going to be any actual student names or any personalized information. There's going to be a lot of placeholders, and then those placeholders will get filled in with Excel in our next video. Number 2, we're going to be using 2 different colors. Our normal sentences are going to be in black, but anything in that sentence that is in red is going to be the part that's going to be customized or personalized later with Excel. And number 3, you're going to be working in a Word document, but in order to save you from hearing all the clicking on my keyboard while I'm typing out the sentences, I've already pre-typed them out and I've put them into a presentation format. That way you don't have to hear me clicking all the time. But just remember that you're going to be working in the Word document and I'm just showing you what I would have typed in the Word document on that presentation. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up that Word document and you're going to save it because we don't want to lose our work later on. So I'm going to save this as report card template, and I'm going to save it on my desktop just so that it's easier for me to find later. So I'll go ahead and do that now. And now from here on, you stay on this Word document and I'm moving on to the presentation. The first part of our comment should be a positive comment about that student. And so what you're going to write in your Word document is student name, positive statement. Now, if you notice, that whole thing is in red because that whole thing is going to get customized later. Student name will get filled in by your student's name, and then the positive statement will get filled in with that positive statement. Now, you don't have to come up with the positive statements yet. We'll do that in the next video. For now, this is just the template. Student name, positive statement. For step number 2, we're going to write the student's academic strength. We use our statewide tests for this to help us fill it out, but you can use whatever your school uses. This is what it would look like. His or her, because we don't know yet who this is going to be personalized for that student. So it'll be his or her in red because that'll be customized. Strengths in ELA are XX. Notice it's in red because that'll get customized later. And in mathematics, XX. So this is what it should look like right now. This sentence completed might sound something like, his strengths in ELA are comprehension of literature, and in mathematics is geometry. Step number 3 is setting grade level expectations. So we're going to tell the parents what the student should be able to do at this grade. So my sentence is, students in the XX grade, that's red, are expected to reach, now our school uses Lexile level. You can of course customize this with whatever measures you're using, but we use Lexile level and we also use iReady. So my sentence is, students in the XX grade are expected to reach XX Lexile level and on or above grade level on iReady reading and math by the end of the year benchmark. So a completed sentence here might sound something like this. Students in the 2nd grade are expected to reach 550 Lexile level and on or above grade level on the iReady reading and math end of the year benchmark. Next, we tell the parent how their student is doing according to those same measures that we just listed. So the sentence might be something like this. Currently, student name has a Lexile level of XX Lexile level and is blank on iReady reading and blank on iReady math. So a completed sentence would sound something like this. Currently, Blanca has a Lexile level of 590 and is on grade level iReady reading and below grade level on iReady math. Step number 5 is where we say a quick note on their classroom behavior. Now, because this is a template, we're going to write a good behavior statement and a needs improvement behavior statement. So this might sound something like this. Student name consistently participates in a positive manner in all subjects areas. Obviously, that's a student who is doing well in class. Someone who needs improvement might say something like this. He or she struggles with staying on task and completing assignments during the school day. In the end, when we have our final paragraph, we're only going to keep whichever one applies for that student. Step number 6 is a quick mention about their student's attendance. We know that attendance can affect the student's grade, so we like to put a quick note about it. The sentence may say something like this: student name has been absent XX days from school during the 2020-2021 school year. The completed sentence might say, Blanca has been absent 10 days from school during the 2020-2021 school year. The last sentence in our comment is going to be a sentence about our plans for how we're going to help that child in the future. So it might say something like, I will continue to support him or her in class by, and then we're going to leave it blank there because we will add in how we're going to support that particular student. This completed sentence might sound something like, I will continue to support her in class by continuing small group intervention. Your Word document should now look something like this. You can pause the video now to make sure that you're not missing anything, but these are all of the sentences that we worked on together. Make sure that you save the document, make sure that it's saved in your desktop or somewhere where you can find it easily, because in my next video, I'm going to show you how to take this exact Word document and put it into Excel to have it fill in all of these placeholders that we have on here. Now you have a super well-written comment template, and in my next video, I'm going to show you how to use the template to personalize it for your entire class. Report card season is one of the busiest and most stressful parts of the year for us teachers, but it really doesn't have to be. You can use those 7 pieces to create your own template, or you can use the one that we created together as an example. But the key is to have a template. My goal for this YouTube channel is to grow a community and not just a list of subscribers. I get really excited when you guys comment on my videos because it means that we're getting to know each other. And I really believe that the more that we talk, the more that we can help each other out. So let's get the conversation started with a very simple question. When is your report cards due? Well, when are your report cards due? And what's the most challenging part of report cards for you? Go ahead and comment that below. Next week, I'll be posting part 2 of this series where I'll show you how to take the template that we created into Excel to quickly create personalized report card comments for your entire class. We should be able to get them all done in under 20 minutes. And I know that it used to take me days and days to get report card comments done. So the video link will be in the boxes below, and I'll see you over there.